Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 23 video, and one of my commenters asked me to rebuild the Green Bay Packers, but with the new addition of Lucas Van Ness, because he says the Packers fans don't really get a lot of love, and I can honestly understand that, especially after this year's draft. So many Packers fans were just pissed that they didn't get JSN or Dalton Kincaid, but people got to remember that Lucas Van Ness is a good player. He is a great prospect, matter of fact. So many people had him going number 8 to the Falcons, and people constantly disregard him. You have to replace Zadarius Smith, who you drafted, and then also Preston Smith's getting old. You got Rashawn Gary, who's a great edge rusher, Kenny Clark, and Devontae Wyatt, who will hopefully pan out to be a good defensive tackle. Also, he was like a 24-year-old rookie, so I don't know how well that's going to go. But anyways, you also got Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft, who are both great receiving threats. People would just disregard that. I think Tucker Kraft's more of a blocking tight end, if I'm not wrong. Is he? No, he's more of a vertical threat. I thought it was blocking tight end. Maybe that's Luke Musgrave. Either way, Luke Musgrave, Tucker Kraft are both great weapons as well, along having Lucas Van Ness. Taking JSN or taking Dalton Kincaid at pick 13 would have also been a good move, but I need people to stop discrediting Lucas Van Ness. He is a great prospect. I think he will do great on the Packers. I don't think it was a bad pick. I just don't know if you picked Lucas Van Ness, Dalton Kincaid, JSN, all at pick 13. I really don't see a problem with that. Or even an offensive lineman like Broderick Jones for a right tackle. I don't even think that would even be a bad move. So many people would get upset by it. But this Packers team, all relying on Jordan Love, a first-round pick that they traded up for in the draft 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago. I don't know. Anyways, got Jordan Love as the quarterback, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, got Christian Watson, of course, who is going crazy. Who is, Justin Reed, I believe it is, or is it another name? No, Jaden Reed out of Michigan State is another receiver. I'll put him at receiver 2 for right now. O-line is pretty solid with David Bakhtiari if he can actually stay healthy, and Elton Jenkins. Luke Musgrave, Tucker Kraft, of course. Defensively looking into it, great defensive front. Great defensive front with Lucas Van Ness, especially here. Devontae Wyatt, I still can't get over the fact that he was a 24-year-old rookie and they drafted him. But anyways, Rasul Douglas, Jair Alexander, Darnell Savage, and Ford. They lost Adrian Amos. I forgot about that. Devondre Campbell, extremely underrated, and Quay Walker, who actually had a pretty good rookie season other than getting ejected from the Lions game. But anyways, let's move in to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 4-3, top of the division though. Players ready to negotiate and draft class. Going to keep auto-generated rookies because I just feel like it's unrealistic to put in the new draft classes because you don't know who's going to get picked where and when. Rudy Ford, our strong safety, not him. No. Wow, what a selection for re-signings. Absolutely nobody. Let's see the scouting national focus. I'm going to do... what do I need? Interior offensive line would be a need. DB. What am I saying? Wide receiver. Hopefully the Packers front office will stop neglecting wide receiver. Same with the Ravens front office. I'm a Ravens fan. I feel your pain. Anything else I need to do here? No, not necessarily. Let's move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, finishing 12-5, top of the division, here to face the 87 overall Cowboys. We are 4 overalls lower than them, so I wouldn't be surprised if we lost. Jordan Love having a very good first season. 15th offensive yards, 7th in defense, 4,600 yards, 35 TDs, 14 interceptions, 104 pass rating. Great start to his first starting season, full season. Aaron Jones, 4.1 per carry, 13 touchdowns. Christian Watson, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. Jaden Reed, amazing rookie year, almost 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. That deserves star dev. Devondre Campbell, 105 tackles for a loss, 12 for Devontae Wyatt, sacks, 15 for Rashawn Gary, 11.5 for Kenny Clark. Lucas Van Ness with 12 tackles for a loss and 9.5 sacks is a great rookie season. Devondre Campbell with 5 interceptions, safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns is 2 for Darnell Savage. So Jaden Reed should probably get a star dev, but let's see if we can even beat the Packers in the wildcard round, give Jordan Love his first starting playoff win, and he does. Here to face the 8-9 San Francisco 49ers in the divisional round. I'm sure I'm scaring Packers fans with that statement. Divisional round Niners, ooh. And wow, Jordan Love's made it to his conference championship in his rookie season. Let's see if he can beat out the division rivals, the Minnesota Vikings. Here we are in Green Bay because, of course, we won the division, but didn't get a first-round bye, but still 6-0 start for the Vikings, 6-3, 6-6. Okay, finally a touchdown's on the board, and it's 13-6 at halftime. Finally, we get a touchdown on the board. There we go, another one. 20-20 in the fourth quarter. 23 to 20, 30 to 20. That might be it. Yeah, that's going to be it for us. 30 to 27 as the Vikings are going to go into the Super Bowl. We're just going to have to get into the offseason. Here we are after the Super Bowl. Chiefs win 38-35. Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl MVP. Jalen Hurts wins the league MVP. There are no awards here for the Green Bay Packers, which is unfortunate. But let's see the team upgrades. Jordan Love had a pretty good season. Probably won't get superstar. He doesn't. Jaden Reed doesn't get star dev, which I'm going to give to him. Almost had 1,100 yards and double-digit touchdowns in his rookie season, which is very difficult for rookies to do. I don't even think Christian Watson had that, and they gave him star dev. So Jaden Reed, he's definitely going to move up. Luke Musgrave, Tucker Kraft are still star dev. Defensively, it looks like we are the exact same. That is quite unfortunate. I might have to cut Preston Smith because the cap hit is really high and he only has star dev and he is regressing. But anyways, let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC North, Mercedes Lewis on the Detroit Lions retires. Let's see what we got here for the players ready to negotiate. And again, absolutely nobody of interest. So how much money do we have to spend in free agency? We have $68 million. Let's move into it. In the first round, I'm selecting wide receiver Kendall McCree out of San Diego State, and I didn't participate in free agency because there wasn't a single player that I did like. So deep threat, 5'11", 188, 94 speed, 95 acceleration, hidden development is what matters. In the third round, I'm picking up center Jake Schwartz out of Oklahoma, 6'5", almost 300 pounds, hidden development, 84 strength. Here we are after the draft. McCree is a 77 overall off the rip. Wow. Okay. He's going to be a great player. Dobbs, I'm going to move down for Jaden Reed just because he has star dev and Dobbs does not. So now we have depth at receiver. It's all about developing the receivers, even the tight ends, and even my quarterback. Schwartz is going to be the starter only because of his development. Defensively looking into it, I guess I do need a new strong safety. Eric Stokes, how big is Eric Stokes? 6'1", 194. Let's see if there's another guy that we have there. 196'1" isn't bad. Rasul Douglas. Allen I picked up in second round. Actually, sure. You know what? 6'2", 195. Not much worse. Sure, I picked this guy up in the second round. He only had normal dev. He was supposed to be a first-round prospect. We're going to move this guy to strong safety, see how he does there. He's still a 74 overall, so I guess that does work. And apart from that, guys, it is now time to move in it to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 4-3 top the division here to face a division rival. We got our receivers worked out. I think I still need an offensive tackle for my right tackle. Maybe I need another DB as well. That wouldn't be bad because Rasul Douglas is aging, of course. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we got. Rashawn Gary needs to stay here. Let's give him a 7-year deal, matter of fact. He resigns. Darnell Savage, pretty young as well, 5-year deal. We're going to bring the length down. Okay. AJ Dillon, I do want back. I just don't want to overpay for him. I'll just do a player friendly. And he resigns on player friendly. That's good. This right guard. If he wanted to be here, I'd resign him, but he doesn't. He can walk. Jordan Love. I'll do this deal. Sure. He's going to be our franchise QB, so that's not even a bad deal. And Tarvarius Moore can walk. Everyone else here can walk. I didn't even know the Packers had Jake Fromm. I think the AI probably signed him, but let's move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs coming off a shutout loss to the Buccaneers. Okay, but we still take the division. Here to face the 84 overall, 11-6 New York Giants. But Jordan Love, similar to last season, 13th best offense and the second best defense. Our offense was the same, but our defense improved. 4,600 yards, for 35 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, a 101 pass rating. Pretty solid season. Aaron Jones, 11 touchdowns, 4.8 per carry. McCree, the rookie, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Musgrave, 5 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Watson, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Dobbs is getting more involved. It looks like Jaden Reed just got benched by the AI or something. Devondre Campbell, 118 tackles for a loss, 18 for Lucas Van Ness. That's doing great. Rashawn Gary with the most sacks on the team at 13. Lucas Van Ness with the second most sacks, but most tackles for a loss is good to see. 2 interceptions for Jair Alexander. Safeties on the team is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So let's see how far we can get this time, but this time at 12-7 instead of, not 12-7, 10-7 instead of 12-5. Don't get far. Okay. 31-28. Let's move in to the offseason. And the Ravens beat the Cowboys by 1 point, 29-28 in the Super Bowl. Marcus Peters re-signs with the Ravens, and he wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins the league MVP. And no awards here for the Green Bay Packers. Really, our receiver doesn't get Rookie of the Year? He had a great season as a rookie. Anyways, let's see what we got here for the awards. McCree only Stardev, Reed Stardev as well, Dobbs. Schwartz has Stardev. No upgrades though, no actual upgrades. Preston Smith has regressed so far that he's just in the dirt now. Can I just cut him? How much is left on his contract? Is it just this year contract? No, he's getting paid 15 million. They backloaded his contract. Like, get off of my team, dude. How much does it take to, oh my God. I just don't want to pay for the rest of it. Sure. Just get off my team, dude. I don't want to pay for the rest of your contract whenever you're being benched by someone who's younger and shouldn't even be starting. Looks like Allen actually got star dev, so that was worth a second-round pick. That was the only development upgrade I see, and I need a new right outside linebacker. So let's get to the re-signings. In the NFC North, nobody retires. That's fine by me, but let's see what we got here for the players ready to negotiate. Is we are going to have Darnell Savage, who wanted me to bring the length down. So I'll bring it down. Okay, what? I'll see you in free agency. I brought the length down and met your requirements, but he says nah. Now the right guard does want to come back. If he accepts this base deal for 4 years, actually, yeah, no, he's not going to do that. He can walk, and everyone else here can walk. I'm going to try to get Darnell Savage back, so let's hit free agency. So after free agency, we got Chidobe Awuzie, and we also got Darnell Savage back on the exact same contract that we originally offered him, so I don't even know why he left. So let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up right tackle Romeo Crawford out of Notre Dame, 6'7", 309, 82 strength and hidden development. Now this is the team going into the third season. I'm going to start my right tackle Crawford since he was the first round pick. Obviously, Jaden Reed is going to move up to receiver 3, and he should be the slot. I am going to make him the slot there. Defensively, York, I picked up in the second round. I guess I am going to start him just because I got him, but he seems to be a bust. Seems like the CPU got this guy named Coleman. I'm still going to start Douglas and Stokes there. Allen, I think everything's pretty good here. Monte Wyatt's a rush defensive tackle. That's fine with me. Everything's good. I like the team that we got. We just need to develop Jordan Love a little bit more. But let's move in to the midseason mark. Here we are once again at the midseason mark, 4-3 top the division. But this time our division is slowly becoming more and more contested. So we need to step it up. What do we need? I feel like we're good on DBs now. I guess I will go outside linebacker to replace our Preston Smith because that York guy was quite terrible. Bust of a second-round pick by me. I thought he was overall solid, but apparently not. Coming off a blowout loss to the Cowboys. Aaron Jones, do want back on the team. I'll do 4 years with him. He resigns. David Bakhtiari, just give him a little bit more money and then give him a 3-year deal. He resigns as well. Kenny Clark, do want to give him a 4-year deal with the team. He resigns. Rasul Douglas, honestly, I'm cool with this. 2 years. He's a great depth player for us. Lucas Van Ness shouldn't even be here. He should have a 5-year contract because he was a first-round pick, so he should have a 5th-year option. I'm going to edit that now. I may need to edit a bunch of other players' contracts as well. Eric Stokes, this is overall cheap. I'll give him a 5-year as he has added more depth to the team. Unfortunately, he was a first-round pick. Luke Musgrave, I need to give him a 4-year deal. He should not be here on 3 years. He should have more than that, and I think I'm going to have to do that with the rest of the players as well. Unfortunately, I didn't do it whenever I had their devs at the beginning of the video. Jaden Reed, we're going to up as well. Let's go up to 4 years, and I think I have to do that for Tucker Kraft as well. Center can walk. Tucker Kraft isn't even here. Didn't even know that AI signed Braden Mann, but if the AI signed Braden Mann, then that means it probably adjusted my roster, which I'm going to be pissed if it did. Let's see if it did that. It did not. Thank God. Please tell me it didn't. Okay. Good stuff. Did not do that. Anyways, it's now time to move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs as we finish 11-6, top the division. Hopefully we can actually capitalize this year as we keep making the wild card. Jordan Love improving each year. He's doing really good this season. 4th best offense in the NFL, 8th best defense, top 10. That's what I like to see. Jordan Love, 4,900 yards, 41 touchdowns, too many interceptions. Averaging 1 a game is not good. 103 passer rating, though, is pretty solid. Aaron Jones, 10 touchdowns, 5.3 per carry, 1,400 yards. McCree, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Luke Musgrave, 6 touchdowns, 1,000 yards, 105 receptions. Jaden Reed, 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. Christian Watson's 9 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Amazing ball distribution there. And defensively, Devondre Campbell, 119 tackles for a loss. 21 for Lucas Van Ness, only 3.5 sacks, so I guess he is more of a run stopper here. Sacks, 16.5 for Rashawn Gary, 10.5 for Kenny Clark. Interceptions, 2 for Rasul Douglas. Safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. So, We got to beat the Washington Commanders, who are 9-8. Scary Terry is their top threat. To move on to the divisional round, can we do it? We do. Here to face Bijan Robinson and the 7-10 Falcons. Bro, this just shows you that the playoff system is broken. I'm sure there's teams that got snubbed out. Yeah. Bro, we lost to the 7-10 Falcons. Thank you, EA, for your marvelous game every year. God, whatever. They'll choke it like they always do. Let's move into the offseason. And would you look at that? They choked it like they always do. Didn't even really have a lead to choke as they got blown out 30-7. Isaiah Pacheco wins Super Bowl MVP. Jalen Hurts wins the league MVP. No Packers for the awards. It still pisses me off that we lost to a 7-10 Falcons team, bro. Didn't deserve to be there. Oh, well, they made it to the Super Bowl. No, absolutely not. Jordan Love gets superstar dev. And our right tackle has star dev. Anyone else here that I have interest in? No, nobody else there. Rashawn Gary gets X Factor. Kenny Clark gets X Factor. Still need my right outside linebacker. Edge rusher may need a trade for one. Coleman has star dev. Rasul Douglas gets star dev as well. It's nice to see. Anyways, let's move in to the re-signed players. In the NFC North, Ryan Tannehill and the Vikings and Hitman both retire. So let's see what we have for the players ready to negotiate. We're going to have Josh Myers. No. Right, man. Sure, if you want to come back, dude, I'll just give you very player friendly as a punter, so that way we don't have to keep auto signing players. Let's move in to free agency. After free agency, we got Jalen Phillips, persuaded him with a boatload of money in a 7-year contract, but it's the fourth and final season, doesn't matter. Got Cody Whitehair, who I moved to right guard, and apart from that, we really need nothing else, but let's move into the draft. And in the first round, I'm picking up defensive tackle Camille Gibson out of Oklahoma State. Speed rusher, 6'1", almost 300 pounds. Only normal dev. His skills, A finesse moves, A tackle, B awareness. He looks pretty good, just beefing up our defensive line just as depth. And in the second round, I'm picking up middle linebacker Avery Strong, who is supposed to be a day 3 guy, but hey, I picked him in the second round. That's more like a Packers thing to do. A zone coverage, immediately picked him when I saw that. He's going to be pretty good. And here we are after the draft, going into the fourth and final season. Looks like the CPU picked up this guy named Thomas. So much depth at receiver. None of them are crazy good, but offensive line is very solid. Right side is a little bit weaker, but it is still solid. Tight ends, solid as well. Superstar quarterback. Defense looks amazing. Strong is a 72 overall. Gibson is a 73, so that's good enough for the fourth and final season. Lucas Van Ness only got up to an 83, but that's fine. Team looks great. I think this is a Super Bowl caliber team. 87 overall, it definitely isn't bad. Let's move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs once again, this time not winning the division. 10-7 though, 89 overall team. We're 4 overalls higher than the Buccaneers. We should be able to beat them. And Jordan Love, another good season overall. 7th best offense in the NFL, 4th best defense. 4,900 yards. I would like him to have a little bit more touchdowns, but that's still good. 14 interceptions. Never really got the interception thing down. I think the most interceptions he had was 17. I think he's always kind of averaged 14 per season, which I wish it was less, but rating is a 105. That's improving. Aaron Jones, 14 touchdowns, 4.4 per carry. Christian Watson, 1,200 yards, only 2 touchdowns. 1,000 yards for him, 1,000 yards for Luke Musgrave, 1,000 yards for Jaden Reed. Exactly. Ball distribution is amazing. Sharing is caring. Quay Walker, 105 tackles for a loss, 16 for Lucas Van Ness. Sacks, 13 for Rashawn Gary. Lucas Van Ness was mainly a run stuffer here, but he did have 9.5 sacks in his rookie season. 3 interceptions for Rasul Douglas. Safeties is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So, anyways, let's see what we got here against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If we do possibly win, which we should, we're 4 overalls higher, I'll play the divisional. And we do. Here to face the 15-2 Giants. Were we like the 7th seed or something? We were the 6th seed. The 7th seed lost. Damn, dude. Rough. 15-2 Giants. Let's see if we can beat them and hop into this divisional round. We are very high overall, though. Here we are in snowy New Jersey. We're both an 89 overall team. We're going to strike first. 7-3 start at the first quarter. 14-3 now. 14-10. Defense was holding pretty well there. Now the offense is popping off. Defense still holding strong. 24-17. 31-17. Snowy New York might be ours. We're used to the snow up here in Green Bay. It's a blowout. 55-17 as we're going to be moving on to the conference championship. Here we are in the conference championship, here to face the 11-6 Washington Commanders. I want to know who their quarterback is, because they usually never have one. I swear if it's Jacoby Brissett, dude. Jared Goff, okay. The former division rival. Let's see what we got against the Washington Commanders in their garbage stadium. here we are at the garbage FedEx field. Also, the Washington Commanders players are hate the organization the most. If you guys have seen those ratings, the Vikings have the best facilities and everything, and the Commanders apparently have the worst. Off topic, we're winning 28-14 in the fourth quarter, 35-14. And yeah, we're gonna go to the Super Bowl for sure. 35-14, another blowout win, 3-score win. Let's move into the Super Bowl. And here we are to face off against, I think, the 85 overall. We're way higher overall than them. 4 overalls higher. I think the 85 overall Will Levis Titans, because I saw Ryan Tannehill retire. Bryce Young? How did they get him? They just acquired Bryce Young. I guess he hit free agency. Oh, yeah, because some of the contracts only last 3 years. I don't think that would ever happen unless somehow Bryce Young was a bust. But sure, the Bryce Young Titans. Let's move into it. Here we are against the Bryce Young Tennessee Titans and in the Atlanta Falcons Superdome here. 0-13 start. Offense, could you please wake up, and defense, do your job, which they're kind of doing. 3-16, 3-24. We're losing to a team that are 4 overalls lower than us. Okay, the comeback. Let's see how it goes. We need to stop them. Come on. And really, we lose to a team that's 4 overalls lower than us. That's an 82 overall, normal development Bryce Young who somehow hit free agency. Shouldn't have happened that way. And why is Malik Willis celebrating, dude? You're a bench prospect. You were supposed to be pick number 6 in the draft. I'm salty about that. Whatever. We still have a successful rebuild because we made it to the Super Bowl, but that's so stupid how we're going to lose to a team that's 4 overalls lower than us, and we're better than them. Or our offense is whole 5 overalls better, and our defense as a whole 4 overalls better, and our team is 4 overalls better. Matter of fact, that math isn't mathing. The offense is an 89, and the defense is a 91. 89 plus 91 divided by 2 would be a 90 overall team. Doesn't make any sense. Let's move in to the offseason to see who the Super Bowl MVP was. So realistically, we're 5 overalls higher than them. We lose to them. Our offense didn't show up. Bryce Young wins the Super Bowl MVP on the Titans. Lamar Jackson wins the league MVP. No Packers, still a successful rebuild because all you have to do to get a successful rebuild is just make it to the Super Bowl. But anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching. I was actually pretty happy with the team we built. I guess we just needed more time to develop, I would say, which usually always ends up being the problem in my rebuilds. But anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching once again, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.